Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jack. Hi, Maina. Gay? Hell yeah. That's what we're here for. At least I hope that's what you guys are here for. Hey, Maina. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sugarless Sweets. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Maina, do you see the Discord? No. Should I be scared? Akira, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. You're here at the perfect time. I hope you're doing well tonight. Okay, you know what? Just because you said so, Jack, I'm gonna check Discord. I'm kind of scared. Jack sent a meme into the Discord. It's like a cycle of arrows pointing different things, and it's a circle of I'm bi, I'm straight, I'm gay. What the hell? Honest, dude. The Lamau memes. Yeah, that's the one, right? That's the one, right? That actually reminds me. I have a couple more manga recs to add at the end. We'll see. We'll see if I can add them in. Hello, hello. Yellow Mel. Honestly, that's so real. I get like bi panic like every other day. I recently started reading this cross dressing manga about these two office workers. One guy dresses up as like a Lolita guy, and then the girl is like a super cool punk rock style. I'm obsessed with them. I only read volume one so far, but I want to recommend that one later if I can. But yeah, if you guys haven't been able to tell based on the giant words on my screen right here, right now, I wonder what Mina will be talking about today. I don't know. I have no idea. That is so you. Yeah! I like to think so. I wonder. But yeah, I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do the stream last month. I'm gonna move the chat up, if that's okay. Just so I have room for the presentation part. You guys can still see yourself up there. But also, if I don't think the music's too loud, but it'll be muted for the VOD because copyright and stuff like that. But yeah, LGBTQ plus manga recommendations. Yay! I have compiled 20 something manga recommendations of series I have personally read and enjoyed, and I hope that if you guys check them out, you guys will like them too. And at the end, you guys can send your recommendations over, and I'll add them to my read list, and we can exchange them. But yeah, this was supposed to be a June thing, but June was a crazy month for me. Pride month may be over, but LGBTQ plus books late all year. Yes! Yes, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah. It's never too late to celebrate, right? So, for... Oh, wait, I'm in the way. Oh, shoot. I forgot to... Actually, let me get my overlay. I think an overlay would be easier to see everything. I can't believe this stream is so scuffed. Just look away. Look away, everyone. Look away. There you go. There you go. How about that? You guys can see everything now. But a few things to note about my presentation is that these are just my personal recommendations. I read what I read. I read what I find in my library, my local public library, and on Libby. So it's definitely not everything, but it's a good amount. I like to think so. At least in the US, where I live, these are also officially licensed digitally or physically, or both. So whether you go to your local bookstore, your like Barnes and Nobles, or other bookstores like Kinokuniya and stuff like that, or online, like Amazon or online bookstores, or Libby or library, they should be available there. And because this is stuff that I personally read, there are more BL recommendations than at least everything else. I tried to add as many as I can, or have at least one manga representing each major community, but we'll see. We can exchange more at the end, right? And I am always trying to find more to read, so please let me know. At least what I remember of this presentation. It's like half BL and half everything else. Attempts have been made. Attempts have been made. There is no particular order of the series listed. I tried to separate them or split them in groups of like I'll put all the BL in one part alphabetically, then GL alphabetically, and then other series following that. At least that's all the organization I have. And that's pretty much it for the things to note. Are you guys ready for the recommendations? I forgot what I put on here. I worked on this, I think 2 nights ago. And so I'm ready. If you guys aren't ready, that's too bad. We're gonna keep going anyway. Also, I will upload the link for this PowerPoint or this Canva presentation. Actually, can I just send it now? Oh, that's a long link. Okay, maybe not. Maybe later. Maybe later. You know what? Maybe at the end. At the end. To not spoil you guys. That's a good idea. Good idea, Maina. Ta-da! Ah, the text got cut off. Can you guys tell the scuff? There you go. That's better. That's a lot better. So the first series I have to recommend for you guys, drop 2 more VNs into suggestions. Have I ever told you that you're how amazing you are? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to log on to Discord later and check that out. Have I made any progress? Grow the backlog. So for anyone who is not on the Discord server, Justarfly added like 40-ish GL visual novels into the Discord server, and now they just added 2 more, and oh, there goes all my free time for the next 10 years in the best way possible. But at least for the BL portion of the stream, which would be the first half of the recommendations, I've talked about this manga several times before, but my first recommendation is Crossplay Love, Otaku, and Punk. So I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see the arrows or like my little mouse cursor. Wait, let me open up Twitch right now to get my POV. What you guys see. Yeah, you guys do see my cursor. Yay! Okay. So Shumei is this guy on the upper left. A little silhouette of the guy on the upper left. He's in love with a girl who works at a maid cafe. He's in love with this blonde girl right here, right? One day he's walking down the street and he looks into this building and he sees the most beautiful girl ever. But he's too cool to go into a place like that without being embarrassed. Because, you know, what kind of guy goes in by himself to a maid cafe, I guess? I guess, right? But, however, he has experience. He has experience with makeup and wigs and fashion. And so he uses that experience to dress into feminine clothes and transform himself into May, which is the girl with the black bangs. So Shumei is May. And so he can finally walk into the maid cafe and meet the girl of his dreams, Hana. But however, Hanaye, this guy in the upper right, he is an introverted otaku. He's super shy and he's uncomfortable talking to people, at least during the school day, right? But when he gets out of school or when he has the day of work, he transforms himself into Hana and works in a maid cafe. And then he falls in love. And then Hannah falls in love with this beautiful girl who one day walks into the cafe. Hannah falls in love with May. And the thing is, it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. The two guys, the original guys, they go to the same school and they're in the same grade. And Shumei doesn't like otaku, and Hanae doesn't like delinquents. So if you think of this as like the love square of Miraculous Ladybug, you know how like Marinette and Adrian have their personal selves and their superhero selves, and it's this whole love square. It's the same. It's something very much like that, but with crossplay love. And then you get into like more shenanigans and hijinks when they have like friends who are pulled into this, who are pulled into like knowing them, you know, falling in love with the other. Like for example, like it's a lot in the best way possible. And they're slowly figuring each other out. They're slowly thinking, oh my god, why does this guy look so familiar? Oh, he has a sister, or he has a cousin, or they know each other somehow. There's this part in chapter 1, or in the volume 1, where the two bond over having to protect their hair from the wind because they're both wearing wigs and they don't want their wigs to fly away in the wind. It's so funny. I love that for them. I love me some cross-dressing mangas. I love cross-dressing mangas. I read a couple of them. I have one more I can recommend at the end that's not in the presentation. I need to read this now. Yes, please do. Let me know, Kira, how you think of the manga. I'm going to read it. There are at least 11, I believe 11 volumes out right now. And it's all really good. They're beautiful and they cosplay, and it's not even just those two are good with makeup. It's like other characters too. And I highly, highly recommend this one. It's still ongoing, so it's not completed yet, but I do recommend reading it. I need to move on before I talk about this manga for an hour. If you thought that previous, the lesson men and women are hot, yes. I admire them a good amount. Yes, this one, Sugarless Sweets, knows what I'm talking about. I have to recommend this one. I can't not recommend this one. Look at the name. Look at how iconic this name is. The Dashing Zaddy and his icy protege. You see the word Zaddy in a manga. And oh my god. The word Zaddy in this title tells you what kind of manga. It's so silly. I have only read one volume of this manga. But I can't not recommend this one. It's so funny that they translated handsome older man from Japanese to Zaddy is diabolical, but in the best way. Hey, it's getting people to check out the manga, including myself, so it's working. I thought that I've read a lot of manga, but I haven't read these yet, so I'm so happy more things to read. That's so great to hear. I'm glad my recommendations are actually working. But also, feel free to send your own. I'm listening. Just dropped a cross-dressing manga into animanga. Hold on, guys. Give me a second to open my Discord server. If you type exclamation Discord, you will also... Okay, I see your suggestions. Oh, Ebihime, my goat. Okay, so true. Suzume. That recommendation, can I say something about the recommendation you just sent? Just give me a moment, actually. Where is it? Yes. Hey, this means I have an extra thumbs up of approval. If you guys don't trust my manga taste yet, you guys saw what Jister Fly Suzume just did, right? The exact same. See, my taste is backed up. I have I don't know. I'm using your recommendation as a citation as for why people should check out my recommendations. It is so cute. It is so good. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, let me go back to the previous recommend. Let me go back. Okay, let's ignore that. Okay, let's go back here. But yes, the dashing zaddy and his icy protege. So the guy on the left right here, is the zaddy, Mr. Takanashi. He looks so hot, and he's only 40 years young, okay? His subordinate is also hot, Hiwatari, but he's 26. And every woman in the company, not gonna lie, probably would have included me, would have attempted to stir up a romance with Takanashi. However, Takanashi turned them all down because he has ED. He has erectile dysfunction. And he's like, I can't, I don't want to let you guys down. So, and then Hiwatari, he looks kind of intimidating on the outside, but he's actually kind of idolized Mr. Zaddy over here. And there's a scene. Can I spoil volume 1 for you guys? Just one scene. There's this one position, okay? They end up like kind of tripping or something. I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Actually, you guys read it for yourselves, cause I want to talk about this scene so bad, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. Read it for yourself. Or maybe I could take a screenshot of the panel and then like the manga panel if it's on Libby, and then send it on the Discord server with a spoiler over it. A tiny let's just say something happens regarding the ED, but that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I have only read volume 1 of this one, but it's so good. It's so fun. I'm so looking forward to what's gonna happen next. I'm so curious about Hiwatari and how he's gonna help out his boss. It's so good. See, another thumbs up of approval from Sugarless Sweets. Guys can trust my taste on this. So if you guys do watch it or read it, let me know. Oh, also, all of these recommendations except for one do not have an anime adaptation announced or released. I think only one of these has an anime out, but it's like short 3-minute episodes, so I still decided to include it anyway. I enjoy certain age gaps in an office setting. Yum! Yes! We are getting these meals, okay? We are really helping out. Got you guys. Okay, what else? Happy Crappy Life. This one, I'm gonna give Happy Crappy Life an NSFW warning. Okay, this is majorly NSFW, straight up plastic wrapped in the bookstore. Like I bought volumes 1 through 4 of the series at Anime Expo, and they were all like, yeah, NSFW like crazy. If you like series where they are both bottoms, I recommend this one. The title, yep, Happy Crappy Life. I've also talked about this one on stream before, I think. You know, it's serious when the book has to be placed in plastic wrap. I'm like, oh my god, once I was at Barnes & Noble with my friend, and I pointed out to my friend, oh my god, look, there's this volume of Fire in his fingertips, but it's not plastic wrapped. And she just grabbed it and flipped through it out in the open at Barnes & Noble. And then she shut it immediately, yep, that should get a plastic wrap on it. Like, okay, that's your reaction. It's all good though. It's all good. But this one. Let me introduce you to the characters. Guy on the left, Kazuya. He used to work in Tokyo, right? He had a salary, or he had an office job in Tokyo. And he has a girlfriend, or he had a girlfriend, right? However, one night after work hours, at night, Kazuya's boss caught him and his girlfriend doing the deed in the office. However, it was not just any deed. It was him getting railed by her. And I'm pretty sure, and on top of that, if that was not enough, I think, if I remember correctly, his girlfriend's dad is his boss. So his girlfriend's dad walked into them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember from the manga. And so he did not get fired from his job. He did not get... No, not the double whammy. I know. Worst of both worlds. So he did not get fired from his job. He got demoted and sent to the countryside. But he wants to go back to Tokyo and, like, prove himself, you know? He's like, I don't want this loser country life, right? But the thing is, when Kazuya moves to the countryside, he meets his next door neighbor, Kazuya. Kazuya's on the right. He's this dude on the right. If I remember correctly, their first meeting is Kazuya trying to get railed because he's also a bottom. So they both are bottoms, you know, they both like being the one railed. And as this summary I took from Cool Mike stated, to be fucked or getting fucked, partners in crime, fuck buddies. Here's the comedy of Kuzu and Kasu, two good-for-nothings navigating their sexuality. So this is, yeah, as I said earlier, this is very NSFW. They will find ways to get themselves railed, whether it's objects or each other. They are on an adventure together. And it's very much a comedy more than a romance, in my opinion. I will say, I would watch out for trigger warnings. So I would recommend looking up trigger warnings before you read this book as well. Because there is some stuff here. There's at least one that's not taken as seriously, but it should be one that you should at least look out for before you read it. But this is one of my current favorite reads. I managed to buy volume 4 of the manga before it was even released. So it's in my room. It's still plastic wrapped. But it's hilarious. They get into all sorts of shenanigans. The thing is, everyone in their village already knows about what they're into. So when they're walked in on, you know, doing the deed, they're like, oh, it's them again, doing their thing. And even the boss and girlfriend return in the manga too. It's so funny. I cannot recommend this enough. Super hilarious. If you're okay with something NSFW, go with this one for sure. It is online digitally and physically as well. Alright, this next one. Less romance, more slice of life. We have I Think Our Son is Gay. It is not a BL. but the protagonist or one of the main characters is gay. So that's why I'm including him in this section. So this manga, it's more about the mom overlooking her son who she thinks is gay. Like, it's a family of 4 parents and 2 boys, and the older brother, he's not out. Oops. He's not out, but he's not the most subtle about it, you know? Like, he'll stare at, like, he'll stare at ripped guys in a kind of like admirable way, and his mom is trying to support him in the best way she can. OMG, I remember reading this one. Yes! Yes! I feel like this manga would make me cry, but in a really happy way. Yeah! I think this was one of the mangas I read that like really helped me with my that really helped me with my navigation as well. It's like it's because like he's not like out, but his mom's like, you know what? No matter like what you're doing or no matter who you're into, you know, we'll support you. There is a small part throughout the manga where the family or the dad of the family kind of says some not great stuff about the community, but character development does happen. Lessons are learned, and I was really happy at them. Like the manga ending, like I was kind of like devastated, but also hopeful that their family will do well, you know. So this is a little more on the serious family side, but it's also very lighthearted and cute, seeing how the son navigates high school life. Is it high school or middle school? Navigate school life as that kind of stuff. And even the little brother, he's not gay, but he does have his own character development in that regard too. This manga it's like 8 or 9 volumes if I remember correctly. I read it digitally, so I can't say for sure how many. Actually, I think our son is gay. Okay, Penguin Random House has this manga at how many volumes? 5. Oh, it's 5. 5 volumes. So just 5. So it's not too long a read or too short. It's a very nice manga. The next one, ooh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I love this one a lot. Kei and Yaku, Bound by Law. This is a an officer and yakuza romance. Just what I like. So, guy on the right is kind of like officer of the law, you know. He's on the government side, right? And he has this senpai he admired, but she got caught in some stuff, and he's trying to investigate her disappearance or her case, right? But the thing is, to get closer to the case, he has to romance this Yakuza guy, the guy on the left. Because the guy on the left is his senpai's brother. And then turns out, guy on the left is gay. He likes men. And apparently guy on the right is his type. So the first volumes are, you know, them trying to like, are them bickering like, oh my god, I'm not really into you, but we'll live together for the time being and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. And seeing how they fake their relationship in front of the yakuza, it's so good. It's so good. This is peak. The thing is, even though they started off in a fake relationship, real feelings do develop. This camaraderie and this friendship turning into something more like, I know you're gonna leave, but I can't shake out this feeling that something bad is gonna happen. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I should, you know, change my plans so I can be with you and stuff like that. Oh my god. But yeah, it's good. It's also one of those. I don't know. I'm just gonna gush over this series forever and ever and ever and ever. I think I've read 5 volumes of this one. It's also those. It's also one of these series where, how do I describe it? They're like opposites in every way, but they're also like same birthday, same height, same everything. So it's very cool to see. It's a very good manga in general. I recommend this one. I recommend them all, but I also recommend this one. The art is really good too. Like, look at them. Just look at them. Like, what do you mean? They're on opposite sides, but their feelings for each other are so real. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. The art does indeed look very yummy. Whenever I read this manga at work, I take lots of pictures and screenshots and I keep them to myself. Delicious art. If I could eat this art, I would. I would inhale this art like I'm Kirby. I want to imprint this art into all of my brain cells, so no matter what I think about, it's nothing but them. It's that good. I'm obsessed. In a normal way, I swear. Okay, we're back in wholesome land. We're back in wholesome manga land. If you guys love manga series about where they cook different food every chapter, this is the one for you. It's called Let's Eat Together, Aki and Haru. And it's so cute. It's so good. Sorry, I have a cough drop right now. So they're both Aki and Haru. They are college students and they are roommates. They live together. Or housemates. One of those. And so every chapter is them getting together for like dinner or hang out with friends or like a snack or something, and they make something different each time. And I really like this one because not only is it introducing lots of different foods, but it's foods that college students can make. You know, people who just recently moved out, who aren't the most like, who aren't the best chefs or anything like that. They just get together and they eat food together. The thing is, it's not just about eating food. The thing is, feelings develop along the way. So by like volume 1 and 2 were them like, you know, being good friends and living together, right? But by the end of volume 3, they're like, I know we're gonna graduate soon. I know we're gonna have to get jobs soon. But there's something I need to tell you. And I eat that shit up every time. I really do. I love series like this so much. It's very cute. And the recipes are not too intimidating. I screenshotted some of them because I wanted to try them out for myself. I get together with a bed and sleep. Me every night. That's so true. Welcome, Zoardo. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. But how are you guys? But this is it's very wholesome and very cute. Only 3 volumes. Only 3 volumes. It's a very quick read. Unless you take time to admire the food. No, don't even entertain the idea of me doing well. What? No, look, you're here now. You're here now. That's good enough. At least you're here. But thank you for dropping by. Thank you for taking time out of your day to drop by. But yeah, Aki and Haru. They're so cute. I just want to like squish them in a cute way. Alright. This next one I have recommended. This is for the age gap. Mobster Yakuza lovers. Me. This is the good shit right here. It's only 3 volumes too. Failing college, not baking, not learning how to draw, and wasting away. I don't need any positivity. Okay, at least take some time to yourself. At least take some time to just exist and think about what you want to do next. So don't worry about that. Just relax and do your thing. You'll come up with a plan in no time. Sugar like that emote. It's so, that is me. Akihiro Kashima, this guy on the right. Look, if you guys look very closely, if you guys look very closely at the art, what is the guy on the right doing? He is blushing. He's blushing. He's thinking of his boss. The guy on the right, Akihiro Kashima, he's the right-hand man of the Sabatari mob, and he has a secret. He's been hopelessly in love for years with his boss. As a trusted subordinate, he's subject to the head honcho's unintended acts of seduction. But with Akihiro's position in the group at stake, he couldn't possibly reveal the infatuation that plagues him. Stuck between duty and his feelings, something's gotta give. That hand of his is a bit big, don't you think? It's okay. In a BL manga, we appreciate some decent yaoi hands, okay? Messy but juicy, yes. I will say. The ending, scrumptious shit right there. Lots of blushy scenes. There's a bathhouse scene where they see each other in the bathhouse. Good stuff right there. There may or may not be other gay mobsters. Oh, did I see something? I know, right? Do I get to say don't like when you're bringing up literally anything? The problem is, Eduardo, this is extreme where I am bringing up everything. We are bringing all the manga recommendations here. If you have any recommendations, send them yourself. But this is all about me today and what I have to share and what I have to bring up. Impressive tattoos, I bet. For sure. But yes. Only 3 volumes. A quick read. I don't read outside of college books. Honestly, Valley College takes up a lot of time. I did not read a single book in college. Unless it was assigned reading. So I totally get you on that. No worries. At least Steve. Can you guys tell that I forgot what I sent in this presentation? And I'm just reacting to what I send in. My dear agent, this is when I look. Are we seeing the patterns here? look at the two manga covers. I added 2 manga covers for a reason. Look at him, volume 1. Who's that grabbing his sunglasses? Him. And who's that grabbing his tie? Him. And look, you see a bit of cleavage. Cleavage. I am admiring respectfully the art. Hello, I know. But I didn't know mine. These are tasty. I know. I know I already ate before stream, but I'm getting pretty stuffed right now with these recommendations. So Richi is this guy on the left. He is a professional bodyguard, and he is employed to protect this rich guy, the son of a leader of a large conglomerate. And he takes his work super seriously, right? But one day, there's a new hire. Tachibana, this guy on the right. Look at this smug-looking man with the beautiful long hair, okay? Right? But the thing is, this new guy, he has no money right now. He's just new to the job. He has no money and no place to live. So, guess where he lives? Guess where he moves in? I wonder. It's not like he has a senpai he could live with, right? The thing is, and if you guess he lives with Richi, his senpai, you guessed correctly. So the first volume is them living together, them having some moments, some flirting, some good stuff going on. And by the time Tachibana's like, oh, maybe I should go. Niji's like, wait, I'm just right when I'm starting to enjoy this situation, you know? So, right when things are happening. Wait, I forgot that I read this one. Oh god, it is so, I'm loving it. I love it. It's really good. We're still only on the abs. I don't even remember how many more BL I have left. But yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. this this manga, My Love Mix Up. You guys might know this one. This one's pretty popular among BL manga likers. I I ate this manga up. I watched the live action adaptation. Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this chaos? If you liked the crossplay love one, you will like this one. The chaos. If you guys like a good disaster buy, a disaster buy icon, you will love this manga. I love this manga. It's a love triangle that ends up not being the love triangle you initially think it is. 100% comedy, 100% romance. It's the shenanigans, the memes are top tier in this manga. So this guy on the right, or on the bottom, with the brown hair, Aoki, he has a crush on Hashimoto, this girl sitting next to him, right? And one day they have a test, and Aoki's like, I don't have an eraser. I need an eraser for my test. So who does he ask to borrow their eraser? He asked to borrow his classmates. He asked to borrow Hashimoto, his girl crush, to borrow her eraser. However, once she loans him the eraser, he finds something inside the eraser. He finds a name written on the eraser. He finds his classmates, the other boy, Ida's name on it. So Ida's name on the eraser. He's like, oh my god, my crush likes another guy, and she doesn't like me back the way I like her. Oh no, whatever shall I do? And right when he's having this disastrous moment, Ida, the guy his classmate likes, he sees Aoki holding the eraser with his name on it. And he sees his name written on the eraser. And he sees Aoki holding the eraser on it. And he thinks he's connected the dots. He thinks he's connected the dots and that his guy classmate likes him. But he didn't connect shit. He connected nothing. He got it entirely wrong. Or did he? Dun dun dun. It's in my BL section of the recommendations for a reason. So maybe Ida wasn't completely wrong about Aoki liking him. But this manga is so good. It's so funny. Everyone I recommend this manga to loves it so much. It's like a love triangle, but it's not really a love triangle because there's another misunderstanding within the misunderstanding. And apparently, and the girl, she's not really in the picture at all. The manga's mostly about the two guys and how they go from like misunderstanding to like getting to know each other to dating and liking each other and navigating through high school and then helping their friends out too in the best way possible. It's so good. It is so good. So good. I said this about every manga so far, but maybe I just have that. Maybe my taste is better than I thought it was. But yes, 10 out of 10. It's got like 9. I don't remember how many volumes this has. I read this one a couple years ago. But there is a live action adaptation where the lead actors, the cast, 1000% pulled it off. Like, my expectations were high, and they soared through them. If you don't read the manga, if you don't want to read, the live action adaptation is where it's at. You guys gotta do it. I need to find out where to watch it again. Maybe we could watch along or something. That'd be really fun. We'll see. All right, the next one. My oh my Atami-kun. This one is not exactly a BL. The protagonist is gay. And it's him navigating through high school life as a gay guy, which is why I included it here. So similar, but not really similar to I Think My Son Is Gay. So high schooler Atami is living the dream. He's super handsome, and he's always getting confessed to by girls at school. And he's always turning them down. And it's not because he wants to like be mean or anything. He's just not into girls. He's into guys. But then the guys usually misinterpret like, oh, you're stealing all the girls. But he's like, no, I like guys. So it's at least from volume 1 that I've read volumes 1 and 2, I think. It's a lot about him navigating high school life. Every other chapter is him thinking of a different guy, or him thinking about having feelings for another guy, only for it to not go as planned, either because they're not into guys, or they have their own situations and stuff like that. But it's really sweet. He's been able to make more friends, and he's been able to reach out more. And I really like this one. It's really soothing, really nice. You get to see him come out of his shell a bit in the sweetest way. He's a really sweet guy. And he's making like friends and stuff. It's a really chill, really calm manga. Nothing too explosive. Nothing like My Love Mix Up. They're both high school manga, but very different vibes, you know? I'm not too far into this one, but it is one that I think is different from the other ones I've recommended so far. And it's one I do think you guys might like reading too. At least I like reading it. That's all I care about. Myself. It looks a wholesome It is. It very much is. There's this one chapter where he goes by this flower shop. This gives me the vibe of being sad, but also hopeful. Yeah, it's not really sad. Because I think the guys, at least one or two of the guys that didn't like him back, ended up becoming his friends in school. So it's really chill. There's one chapter where he like has feelings for this guy that works at a flower shop, but then at the end of the chapter he finds out he doesn't work at the flower shop anymore. And I was like, oh, man, I'm rooting for you so hard. It's a really good read. Less romancy, but more like he's kind of daydreaming about various situations and guys, but navigating high school all the same. So less on the comedic side, but very nice, very sweet read overall. Let's see. Ooh, this one. I love this one so much. This one's also a hopeful read, a wholesome, hopeful read, I like to think. Our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide. So, super serious Asahi Suzumura, this guy on the right with the glasses, and laid back, easygoing Mitsuki Sayama, this guy on the left with the pinkish hair. And they might seem kind of like an odd couple, but they made a deal. They'll vacation around the world, and when they get back to Japan, they'll get married. As they travel from country to country, the different people, cultures, and cuisines they encounter begin to bring them closer together. This manga, if you want to travel, if you daydream about traveling around the world and learning new cultures and stuff, I highly recommend it. I get a lot of videos on my TikTok feed about people who travel around the world, like every country. Like they take a year or two off their jobs and just travel the world. And it's something I definitely cannot do right now, but it's something I think would be very cool to do. If I ever become a billionaire, you know? Every few chapters, they'll travel to a new country, and they'll learn about the different stops. They'll meet new people, and then they'll try new food. I think one of my favorite sections is when they travel to Georgia. Not the U.S. state of Georgia, but the country Georgia. And they have khachapuri, And it's been ever since I saw that in manga. In that manga, I wanted to try it out for myself so bad. But I think last left off, it was them traveling in Europe, I think. But they learned it's so good. The manga, in my opinion, is very respectful to the cultures featured on there and the way they navigate through it as well. They learn a lot about how other countries navigate their what's it called, same sex marriage and stuff like that. Like, oh, like this is normalized here, or maybe not just involving relationships, but just regular like culture shocks. Like, oh my god, people, people cross the street this way, or people eat this kind of food here. And it gives me like a mental list of where I want to travel to. So it's BL, but it's also very much traveling stuff. I try to. Oh, that's definitely reassuring to hear about the respect towards other cultures. Yeah, it's really cool because they'll meet people in some countries and then they'll reunite when they travel to other countries. Like they met this group of people in Asia, then they reunited in like Europe or something like that, or like South America. And they in very much clearly in the manga you can see them kind of like struggle and navigating through their relationship, but then learning and growing out of it, growing through it at the end of the chapter and stuff like that. I really enjoyed this one. I try to include series that aren't all about falling in love. At least for some of these, I tried to include people who already are together and have doing art and are doing their own thing. Because I like falling in love stories, but I want to see these couples do shit, whether it's traveling or cooking food and living their domestic life and stuff like that. I think that's all good stuff. I think it's kind of like how I feel about Danmei. Like, yeah, it's fun to see people falling in love in manga, in manhwa and manga and Danmei, but I also want to see them kick butt and exercise people. But I think that's how my attitude is with these kind of recommendations. So I tried to include some of that stuff here. But I do recommend this one. I've read at least 5 volumes of Our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide. I don't know how many volumes there are out so far. I've read at least 5 so far. We'll see. But yes, this one for sure is one you should read, especially if you want to travel and figure out where to travel. I forgot to unmute myself. Thank you, sure. I thought I clicked the button, but I clicked my mute button and my unmute button are next to each other. So I hit my mute button twice instead of mute then unmute. Every stream lately has had some scuff in it. Look away, everyone. But welcome. I hope you're liking the manga rec so far. I didn't say much, but just what I was saying was a polar bear in love. It's not a typical BL. It's a BL with a polar bear and a seal. Look how cute they are together. So the polar bear, he's like falling in love, and like every single interaction they have, the polar bear's like, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to protect you. However, the seal However, the seal is very conscious and aware of this thing called the food pyramid. Okay, the seal understands that he is at the bottom of the food pyramid and that he will get eaten by bigger animals if he's not careful. And guess who's at the top of the food pyramid? The polar bear. So every time the polar bear is like getting close to him, the seal's like, no, no, please don't eat me. And this misunderstanding is the start of a beautiful friendship. I want like volume 3 or 4 of this one, but you do see development in the friendship that and camaraderie that those two have. even if even if the seal is kind of nervous that he will get eaten up by the polar bear. As I did say that, what's it called? I did say that all the manga do not, in this thread, in this presentation, do not have anime adaptations. This one is the only one that does have an anime adaptation. So this one's in snippets of like 3 to 4 minutes each. Polar Bear is voiced by, I believe, Umehara Yuichiro. Ume-chan, my favorite voice actor alongside Saito Soma. And then the seal, I believe, is voiced by Natsuki Hanae. Another super talented, another favorite seiyuu of mine. And the way he like squeals, shrieks over being scared, it's so cute and funny. Drop some Yuri and animanga and I go say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, heads up, there's gonna be ad break in about like 5 minutes. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. So heads up. If you're 3 minutes, feel free to get up and grab something to drink, use restroom, whatever you need to do. But other than that, oh yeah, they do meet other animals. They meet a penguin. They meet a whale, I believe. They meet another seal. This seal definitely looks very cutieful in this cover art. I found out that what you think is the entire manga makes it look like that seal is like screaming nonstop, like don't eat me. But I think that's just his nose. But it kind of emphasizes. I think that was intentional, but that's a very smart design on the mangaka's part. It's adorable. And the thing is, the seal is like a very young seal, so he can't swim yet. So the manga has the polar bear and other animals trying to teach it, but it's not going too well. Okay, I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We just left off with a polar bear in love. Very, very cute series overall. Lots of cute art like this taking place in the Arctic. Oh yeah, it takes place in the Arctic, which was why I was so caught off guard when I found out that a penguin showed up in the manga. Like, bro, you're on the other side of the world. But yes, very cute manga. I'm obsessed. It's adorable. Um, I okay. Then and we have another BL manga called "What Did You Eat Yesterday?" This is very much like the other manga I mentioned earlier with Aki and Haru, where they cook something new every single chapter. What Did You Eat Yesterday features a couple, a gay couple in their 50s, and Shiro is the guy on the left in the suit. He is a lawyer by day and a gourmand by night, and he lives with his boyfriend Kenji, who is a salon stylist. Yes, an older couple. I love me some old man yaoi. Well, at least older than most of the other couples, or all the other ones. So they're navigating through like modern gay life, but they're on the older side, so they both like their good home cooked meals. So every chapter, it's usually Shiro or sometimes Kenji cooking something new, whether it's for themselves or for their friends. It's really nice to see because we see them going shopping and freaking out over the neighborhood deals and using like life hacks on different ingredients and stuff like that. This sounds like a very sweet and touching set. It is. It's very sweet and touching. I'm on volume 22 of this manga right now. So it's a very long manga, 22 volumes at least so far, and it's very good. So many recipes I want to try. I get hungry every time I read this manga in the best way. Like, I start drooling, like, I want to try some of this stuff. Like, yeah, it's kind of like maybe like an older palate would like these recipes more, but I'm tempted. I rarely cook for myself, so it's nice to see or get ideas for other recipes to try. So I do like this one a lot. Oh, also, you guys see my model leaning right? It's because my chat is on my right side of the screen. So that's why I lean out more like this way. But yeah, so what did you eat yesterday? Yeah, they meet other gay couples as well, and they have their moments of cooking. Whether it's meals or snacks or desserts, they go through everything. And it's them like navigating through everyday life and cooking amazing meals. I need to catch up. I have volume 22 in my room right now. I haven't touched that in weeks. I will get to it. But it's very good, very good. Okay, next one. Guys, guys, we made it out of the BL part of this presentation. We are now in the GL section. We have made it to GL land. GL, I love Yuri. Unfortunately, there are fewer ones because I don't read as much GL to do BL, but there are some here. And starting off with, what would you expect it? What else do you expect out of me? What else are you expecting from me? We got some delinquent GL, delinquents. So from back alley brawls to bashful bonds, two former delinquents face their next fight. Long-term relationships with each other. Let's go. During her high school years, Takabe, on the left here, was a top dog at her school, but with her old friends now living as happy adults, like they grew out of their delinquent phase, I guess. Takabe was faced with an impending sense of crisis. She convinced herself to quit delinquency, but then she ran into her old rival, Soramori, on the right here. After losing another fistfight against Soramori, for some reason or another, they reconcile by becoming a dating couple. What kind of relationship did the two of them have back in high school, and will she ever manage to graduate from delinquency? One of my favorite manga panels is from this. Can I? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I have that manga panel. It's a specific manga panel. Oh. I just don't know if I saved it or not. Please tell me I saved it. Please tell me I saved it. No. It's so funny. I think it was something about one of them mentioning wanting to. They're like, "Oh, I want to do it raw," and then she's like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Holding hands without gloves." That's what it is. But yes, this is so good. This is so good. It I read this one a couple years ago, so my memory of this one's kind of hazy, but I did remember thinking it was cute. As and they're delinquents. Man, I wanna beat someone up and fall in love too. That sounds fun. Oh, that's the life right there. But this one. And the art's very cutesy. I do like the art. Very like simple, very calming. Even though they can beat people up. Next one. We're like halfway through already. Can anyone guess what my type is? Can anyone here guess what my type is? The girl I want is so handsome. When Hinami bumps into an older girl named Shiki, she falls head over heels. So Hinami is the girl on the left with the bangs, with the brown hair, and Shiki is the girl with the black hair. And Shiki is sexy, easygoing, and has an amazing undercut. In order to get closer to Shiki, Hinami starts lurking around the basketball club. But though Hinami's crush is obvious to everyone else, it goes right over Shiki's head. I love a beautiful girl who's oblivious of her having a crush. Handsome masked woman. I know. Shiki thinks Hinami. She doesn't think that Hinami likes her. She thinks that Hinami just wants to be the club manager. Can Hinami get Shiki to understand her true feelings? It's so cute. It's so. I think this entire thing is like in one volume as an omnibus. So it is a fairly quick read. I like it. I like it. I like it. And this one I read. I also did read this one a while back, so my memory is hazy of this one. But I did remember liking this one, guys. So we have this manga about a handsome girl, right? Does anyone want to guess what the next recommendation is about? Huh. Mina's talking about a handsome girl right now. I wonder what this next manga Mina's gonna recommend is also gonna be about. Maybe, just maybe, it's about another handsome girl. Don't judge my taste. Don't judge my taste in beautiful, handsome woman. Yes, that's right. We went from the girl I want is so handsome to handsome girl and sheltered girl. Your taste is understandable, honestly. Thank you, thank you. As it should be. I hope it is. When Okuma Satomi's friend, so Okuma Satomi is this girl on the right, holding her phone, clutching her phone, and admiring the girl. When Okuma Satomi's friend seeks her help wrangling guys from a cross-dressing cafe, Satomi winds up with a boyfriend. Sort of. So Satomi's like, hey, I need a guy to help me with this cross-dressing cafe. Oh, look, there's a guy right there. The thing is, the guy wasn't a guy. The guy is a girl. The guy is a beautiful girl, kind of musicy. But the thing is, she agrees. I'll be a cross-dressing guy to dress up as a girl for you, but she's already a girl. But so it's this mistaken identity. The art on this cover, it looks so nice. It does. I love it. It's so good, so good, so good. It's perfect. Misunderstanding that has a great outcome. To be honest, yeah, I guess we know what the outcome is. I need this. Maybe I self-insert a little too much, but I do like it. But yeah, a lot of the manga is just her admiring everything, quote unquote, he does. But the entire time, he's a beautiful girl too. But yeah, like, I'll date you, but you have to understand, I'm not a guy, I'm a girl. The guy she thought was a guy was not a guy, but is actually a girl. But they end up together at the end. It's a good shit right there. Okay, next one. Okay, next one isn't really about a handsome girl, but it's also about another girl. It's about another girl. And I can't say no to the lonely girl. So we're moving on from handsome girls. We're going on cute girls instead. In this juicy Yuri manga, the goody-goody high school girl, Sakurai is the girl on the right with the black hair. She meets a lonely girl and ends up entangled in a web of blackmail that might just lead to romance. It's hard to keep up with school when you can never say no to a devious classmate. So Sakurai, the girl on the right, she has a mission assigned to her, or recommended to her by school staff. They're like, hey, you have this classmate that's not showing up to school. If you could do anything to help her show up, it would be really nice, and we can, help you get some recommendations for some future, like, school programs and stuff like that, right? So she goes and she visits her classmate, like, hey, can you go to school? It'd be nice if you came to school. And she's like, okay, I'll go if you do this thing for me. And then she's like, what? And it's a super, like, soft, flirty moment. But over time, it's not really. But over time, it's not really quote unquote blackmail. I will say, even though the summary does say the word blackmail, to my knowledge, it's not that. It's not as bad as the word blackmail implies. It's very, like, cute, soft moments. And Sakurai does realize later on, like, hey, I do like girls. I do like her. And I want to be with her. And it's really cute and stuff like that. There's a segment later on where one of them might have to move, but they triumph over that. And they try to help each other out in the best way possible. And it's a completed manga, to my knowledge. I did complete the manga. I enjoyed the manga, and I do recommend this manga. It's just very wholesome. It is a high school romance, so it's a lot cuter than, and less, like, mature, But it's very, very cute. I can't say no to the lonely girl. I can't say no to this manga. I see this one recommended a lot by other Yuri fans. My TBR list is growing. My mission is a success, guys. As long as just one person, checks out one manga, my day is good. Alright, this next one, Rainbows After Storms. This one is also another high school GL. Nanoha and Chidori are best friends who attend the same all-girls high school and also share a heart-pounding secret. They are lovers. So they go to both Chidori and Nanoha, they go to the same high school. They are in the same friends group. So they're in a friend group of about 5 girls, I believe. And none of them know. None of the other girls in their friend group know that these two are in a relationship. So the chapters for this manga are relatively short. There are a lot of snippets of their high school life, them doing like little things to, still be together even though they're trying to hide the relationship from their friend group. There's a segment where the friend group has a sleepover, and they're like, oh my, and the couple's like, oh my god, I'm sleeping in the same room. I'm sleeping next to my beloved, but my our friends are here. They're like, damn, how do we get our moment without them around? Okay. But this one is very cute. I think I called every manga here cute so far, but my point still stands. This one is a quick read. Chapters are short, so it does feel quicker. I believe this is still ongoing with the licensing, but it is completed in Japanese, I think. I did enjoy this. I do enjoy this one. I'm still pretty early on in this manga, but it's very cute, very wholesome moments. They learn a lot about each other's family, their interests, what they were doing back then and all that stuff. And seeing them try to like do subtle relationship things even when they're out and about with other friends. Very cute overall. I do recommend it. And the art goes hard too. The art's really cute too. Okay, next one. This one is called Run Away With Me Girl. This one is an older adult romance. An older adult Yuri romance. I also would look up trigger warnings for this one. Before you read it, there is at least one instance of something happening. Um so Maki's first love. Maki is a girl in with a black hair. Her first love was her high school classmate, a girl named Midori. Midori is on the right, but Midori broke up with Maki at graduation, saying they were now too old to be fooling around dating girls. 10 years later, when the two women reconnect after a chance encounter, Maki realizes that while her feelings haven't changed, Midori has long moved on. In fact, she's engaged. Yet the more Maki hears Midori talk about her fiance, the more red flags she notices. And Midori has another secret, one she hasn't shared yet with Maki. Will it be the last blow to Maki's hopes that their romance might be rekindled, or will it be the push that sets them on a new path when they'll travel together? So this manga is completed. 3 volumes, I believe. I've only finished 2 volumes so far, but it's still really good. I had to recommend this one anyway. And this one does take a more serious note than the slice of life cutie series of the last couple manga were. I did mention the trigger warnings. I still would recommend this manga regardless. It's very different from the other ones, and it makes you think, not just in the GL sense, but in the am I doing what I think is best for my life in this moment right now? Because in this manga, though during high school, those two were super close. They travel, like they were on train together, daydreaming about running away and being together in the future, only for things to happen that split them up for the next decade. And when they got back together, it makes you think like, oh my god, what am I doing with myself? Am I being the best for myself that I can be? And what does that say about my relationships, whether present or future? And my decisions that will affect the rest of my life. Oh my god, now I'm giving myself an existential crisis. But overall, interesting. It's very good. Just on the more serious side, I do recommend this one though. If you are okay with it, because Midori's fiance, he does give off red flags. You do learn more about him and why he is the way that he is. And there are some people in this manga I just want to like bonk in the face in a mean way, not in a very not nice way, in a villainous way, you know? I just want them to be happy. I just want the two of them to be happy. But luckily they do have some support that contrasts the opposition, but I do like this manga. It's kind of complicated for me to explain. Like, yeah, shit happens, but regardless, you do like continue on and enjoy it for what it is. Very interesting, very different. It's one of those ones that are more emotional, more drama filled, but the roller coaster is worth the happy ending at the end. So it's Run Away With Me Girl. I believe it's 3 volumes, short read. Very nice art. They're very pretty. They're beautiful. There are these panels throughout the manga where you can tell the protagonist is in love, and I very much felt the emotions and like the lovey-dovey feelings the characters have in the best way. Next one. Okay, silly title aside. This manga is called Sex at 120%. So, she's not in the cover, but Naoko Tsuji is an unorthodox health teacher at an all-girl school. And I love when a manga fills me up with different emotions. Yes, that's exactly what this one, what the previous one, A Run Away With Me Girl, will do to you. It's very jam-packed with emotions in only 3 volumes. So, in that regard, it's really good. It's really good what it does. Like, its intention is to do that, and it executes it, you know? And so, we're going back. We are going back from serious land to more unserious, but also very educational land. Like, yes, this manga sounds and looks very silly, but there were things I learned in this manga. Okay, I read this one. My boss read this manga. That's how much. That's how I don't know how much I recommend it. Like, this manga got my boss's stamp of approval. My boss showed me the cover. He's like, "Hey, I'm reading this manga right now," and I was like, "Oh my god, I read that one." And I said that I read it too. And I tried to play it off like it was normal. You know, like when my boss comes up to me and talks about manga, I'm expecting stuff like, oh, the typical popular series, you know, like Demon Slayer or Naruto, right? My boss comes up to me, he's like, Maina, I'm reading this manga right now. And she opens it up, and it's sex education. And I was like, where'd you get this from? Who was recommending you this manga? I mean, it's good, but to find out your boss. I was caught off guard in the best way. But it is boss approved. It is Mina's boss approved. Goodness, lady, I swear it's a good manga. Okay, and this sex ed teacher, she has doubts about whether these kids are learning the right things. But the thing is, the lessons she's teaching are unorthodox, but also the students are pretty wild. Your boss has good underrated. Yeah, my boss recommended me some good manga series. I was surprised. Like, oh my gosh. I'll read. This looks interesting. Thanks, boss. I mean, yeah. And she'll ask me for recommendations too. She's not really like a major manga fan, but the thing is, she's also a library reader. So she goes to her library and reads books too, including manga. It was really funny because, especially in this kind of manga, look, the sex ed teacher, Naoko Tsuji. Luckily for Tsuji, her class proves to be an almost unflappable group, including a BL fan, a lesbian, and a girl who just really likes her cat. Imagine teaching at an all-girls school as a sex education teacher, and your students include a girl who likes her cat and a BL fan. It's so funny because a BL fan tries to like everything she learns, she's like imagining in her head the lessons all like BL-fied. Yaoi on the brain. And she asked questions about it. Like, oh, what about this, but for guys? For my BL brain. With topics like safe sex for same gendered couples and why sugar gliders have three vaginas. This sex education comedy is more than just jokes. It's time for class. Yep. This is the silly, fun, good shit right here. This is also very short. Also 3 volumes, I think it is. Also, very good, very good. I mean, you do learn something new in this manga. But hey, even if you're a BL fan, even though you don't really like people, just your cat, hey, these lessons might prove to be good for you. Okay. Alright, this next one is called Throw Away the Suit Together. If you guys ever had a situation like me where you are graduating from college or high school or just school in general and you're being thrust into the job hunting market and you're like, damn, job hunting is so difficult. What if I just run away from all of my problems? Well, this manga is the one for you. If you ever had that thought in your life, because this manga follows two college girls or two young women being thrust into the job market after one of them graduates from college or one of them is on the way to graduate from college. They're like, damn, we gotta prepare for graduation and, lifelong careers. But do we really want to do that? Do we really want to do that? Going through all the stress just to go to work 5 days a week for 10 hours a day and doing this and that. I wish I could run away. Yeah, it's okay, Akira, me too. That's why I read this manga, throwing this two together, because this manga is literally what happens when you run away from your problems with your beloved. Like these two, they take their life into their own hands. Okay? They put a halt on job hunting. They put a halt on, school and graduation. And they take everything and they move. They move to an island. Okay? And they get like part-time jobs or jobs in the island. And they barely have any like money and stuff like that. But they have each other. And they have their home in the island. And it's just them like passing the days away, doing things on their own, exploring the island, living away from the responsibilities of work and job hunting and college and stuff like that. I will say, actually I won't say it. You read it for yourself, and then we can discuss it later. But overall, the premise of this manga is what really took me on. It is completed. It is also a short manga, so you can read this one relatively quick as well. But the art is beautiful. It's a bit NSFW. They do some things, but nothing too major, right? If I remember correctly, it's been a couple of years since I read it. But the art is cute. They are cute. They meet other cute people. They swim in the sea. They live their best life. I love that for them. It made me want to do that too for a while. But then I realized I have too much anime and manga I want to buy. So I can't do that. But I'll do it in my head for now. Falling back to not having to do stuff for now. Yay! Yay for not having to do stuff. Take this time to like rest and do your own thing. Nice. They're living the dream. I know. I read it so I could live the dream with them and pretend I'm doing the same thing with them. For sure. But look, they soon find that island living isn't all blue skies and breezing through sunny days, but whatever the future holds, they can face it together. And that's literally what it's all about. I spent almost the whole day doing that. It's okay, me too. I slacked off at work too. Don't tell my boss that. But yeah, I was reading manga at work, but we look away. Okay, next one. Okay, so that was it for the GL. We are now moving on to everything else. So right now we are at Boys Run the Riot. So this one features a FTM main character to male. High school Rio knows he's transgender, but he doesn't have anyone to confide in about the confusion he feels. He can't tell his best friend, who he secretly got a crush on, and he can't tell his mom, who constantly asks him why he has to dress like a boy. He certainly can't tell Jin, the new transfer student, who looks just like another bully. The only time Rio feels at ease is when he's wearing his favorite clothes. Then and only then, the world melts away and he can be his true self. One day, while out shopping, Rio sees someone he didn't expect. Jin, the kid who looks so tough in class, has the same fashion taste as him. At least Rio has someone he can open up to, and the journey ahead might finally give him a way to express himself to the world. That's pretty much it for the manga. It's really good. It's only 4 volumes. The manga is a lot about expressing yourself through different means, not just through words or communication, but through clothes and making a statement with your fashion and designs. And so you see Rio on the front cover with a spray bottle can thing. It's very like visually nice too. And you really feel for the main character and their aspirations to express themselves. I really like the friendship he had with Jin too, because Jin looks so intimidating. So an unlikely friendship sprouted up from that. So not really about romance. It's a lot about like discovering yourself and navigating your their identity, his identity as a trans guy. And I think this is like one of the biggest, like one of the more popular like representative trans manga out there, at least from what I've seen. I'm trying to think if there were any else that I could think of with trans guys. I didn't mind. I finished the boxes I started making earlier this time to add the actual character. Oh, good luck on the art. Good luck. I hope it goes well for you. But yeah, this one's four volumes, and it's really good. I think this is one of the first like trans protagonist manga I read, so I do recommend this one. This next one. This is the one that Suzume mentioned earlier. I cross-dressed for the IRL meetup. So this manga follows a group of 4 friends. 4 friends who are all online friends, and they make plans to meet up at a dessert cafe because they bonded over their love of sweets and desserts. So they meet up, and turns out they are not 4 girls. Only one of them is a girl. I did cross-dressing for a school day one time. Ooh, was it like a costume thing? I'm sure you look great in it. I love cross-dressing. I really want to cosplay more guys. But I can't cosplay characters that have short hair, or else I'll look like a prepubescent boy with a bowl cut. That's how I feel I look like, so I can't do that. I don't know how to style guy hair yet. So I only really cosplay guys with long hair. But yeah, for the friend group where I cross-dress for the IRL meetup, 4 people meet up, but only one of them is a girl. There's 2 of them are guys cross-dressing as girls, and one of them is a quote-unquote femboy, and then one of them is a trans woman. No, I dress in my mother's clothes that barely fit and wear a small sweater. Got a while. Oh, okay. As long as the clothes look nice. I mean, if you pick them out, right, it's your statement kind of. Not the pants though. The pants were very, very faded. Ooh, faded jeans. I don't think any of my jeans are faded. I wear like basic jeans. I used to wear skinny jeans, not anymore. Now that I think about it, we don't talk about past minus fashion choices. But this manga is really good. The the person on the cover is Coco, one of the cross-dressing guys. So she is actually he is an actor in his personal life, but when he cross-dresses as Coco, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, and it's a lot about friendship, gender, forgiving herself, and yeah. So there is romance in this one. There is also self-discovery and realizations, and you do learn a bit about cross-dressing and um, looking like and doing your makeup and appearance, whether in person or digitally too. That was while I was in my prime dressed like a girl. Hey, recognizing your prime, that's a good thing. You know what looks best on you. This manga looks so fun. It is. It's only 3 volumes. And this manga covers both them in their cross-dressing forms and both them in their personal lives too. So their job, their school life, in their like quote unquote guy self, you do see that too. This is definitely one I'll keep on my radar. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. So there's also like there is like trans representation in this one too. Possibly, maybe with feeling. There's also a gay character too, gay or bi. They're attracted to another guy. But I do like this one. Short read. A lot of these are only 3 volumes. So it's me telling you guys, hey, you should read this. You should read this. Okay, next one. I Want to Be Your Girl. This one's also a very cutesy one. I should be in my prime now, but I'm not. It's okay. I peaked. I peaked in middle school. At least GPA wise. So you're fine there. This one is also one that features a trans main character. I Want to Be Your Girl. So Hime is the girl on the left. So Hime's always been secretly in love with her childhood friend Akira since they were kids. But Hime only recently found out Akira identifies as female. So Akira is MTF, male to female. So trans woman. Although surprised, Hime offers her full support. And this is initially kept a secret from between them for a few years, but Akira decides to start living as a girl full-time upon starting high school. However, since Akira garners a certain amount of attention, Hime takes it upon herself to aggressively stick up for Akira whenever necessary. Not wanting Akira to be singled out as an object of ridicule, Hime decides that her only option is to put herself in Akira's shoes. Literally. So, Akira, she's so cute. Yeah, it's a lot of like really sweet friendships and like learning about how to support your loved one who is trans. So so Akira, she starts high school in the girl uniform, in the sailor uniform, right? And she starts getting attention, and while there is good attention, people are supportive. There might also not be the best attention. So Hime on the right, if you look at Hime's clothes, she's wearing the guy uniform. She's not wearing the girl uniform, she's wearing the guy uniform because she wants to support Akira in her own way. Right? So she's like, hey, I want to help my friend out who, is taking a big step for herself. So I'll put myself in her shoes literally by wearing the guy uniform. And maybe I'll take some attention away from her and I'll stand up for her and be the best friend I can be. And then I've only read volume 1 so far of this one, but it really takes a cute tone with this one. They are introduced to like other characters, and Hime learns other ways she can support her friends. I just really like this one. It's really helpful to me as well, as someone who wants to shine that light of support on other people I know. I'm just raving how cute this one. And the art, Akira has a super soft expression when she's happy. And I'm just like him. I want to protect her too. Like if anything happened to you, I would fight for you. I would do anything for you. This manga, I got it at Anime Expo hardcover. This was my first hardcover manga. And it came with a really cute print. I have it on my wall right now. Of them in their uniforms. I just love it. Okay. Next one. My Journey to Her. So this manga is more non-fiction. This is about the mangaka, the creator's own experiences as someone who transitioned to being a woman and underwent surgery in Thailand for it. So you learn a lot about about the process. So the cover of the manga is the mangaka herself. So she, after graduating university, Yuna spent several years going through, working at a job and stuff like that. And she's one day diagnosed with gender dysphoria. And she tries to learn about herself in this way. Trying on makeup and feminine outfits, stuff like that. But she's realizing how difficult it can be too. Transition, because she goes over, the doctors you have to see, the approval you have to get, the procedures you have to go through, and how you can do it in Japan, but you can also do it in Thailand. And so she reasoned that, going to Thailand for her gender affirming surgery is probably the way to go. And how her family and friends supported her. It's a process of a manga, but it's really good. It's really good. It's both impactful emotionally, and you literally learn about the ins and outs of gender affirming surgery. The mangaka draws a diagram instead of how they turn the male parts to the lady parts. Not using the body parts, but using food as an example. They're like, hey, I'm gonna take this this rice ball or this bean curd or this hot dog or whatever. I don't remember the specific names of the parts, but she labels it all and and it was very educational. I finally found a picture and I also wore a sparkly hat. Cute. Did it match the outfit? I have to go. It was so fun listening to recommendations. I will definitely be reading some of them. I would love to hear your recommendations for books too if you can. A book recommendations? You want to hear book recommendations from me? Maybe in the future. Wink, wink, wink. I got you. Thank you so much for dropping by, Akira. It was so nice to see you and chat. I hope you have a good day, good night, whatever time it is for you. And thanks for listening. It was not cute, dude. Oh goodness, I used to be skinnier back then. I feel even worse. No. Look, it's okay to cringe at yourself. We all cringe at ourselves in the past. But don't worry. Okay. But that was it for My Journey to Her. I love this one. I want to buy this one for myself. It's a lot of learning, but it's very impactful. So this one also follows a trans main character to strip the flesh. From what I remember, the entire issue volume book of To Strip the Flesh features various short stories, but To Strip the Flesh is the main one. It's the biggest one in that collection of short stories. And it follows Chiaki Ogawa on the left here. Has never doubted who he is, although the rest of the world hasn't been as kind. He's always seen himself as a man, as a trans man, but in a feminine body. And the way that others see it, they're not as understanding because they see, if you can tell from the image, the chest area is it's there, and they're like, maybe it's a phase, maybe it's this or that or whatever. But however, Chiaki sets out to remake himself in his own image and discovers more than just personal freedom in his transition. He finds understanding from the people who matter most. So it is a short story. It's literally less than a volume. It's a short story within a volume. But the way it follows the protagonist struggles with being a trans man, but also having the assets of feminine assets. It's something that he goes through, and it's really something to root and support along the way. And I did enjoy this one. The other short stories, I don't remember much of them. I vaguely remember them, but they don't have anything to do with To Strip the Flesh. They don't really have anything to do with this main one right here. But I would still give them a read, just to like read and understand the mangaka's works. But this is the one I'm specifically recommending today because it is part of the theme. But that's gonna be it for To Strip the Flesh. I really like this one. I think this is the last one. I think this is the last one. I Want to Be a Wall. When you look at the cover of I Want to Be a Wall, they look like a couple. You know, they look like a married couple. You know, finally being together and being happy about it. However, reading the manga, you find out they are not in love. They are not in love. In fact, they look like a couple of people who have poor communication. They're doing their best. At best, they are, you know, growing friends. However, the guy is gay. He's gay and in love with his childhood friend. And she is asexual and a BL fan. I wonder how that dynamic's gonna work out. I don't think comedy is the main route they went for with this manga. However, there are some comedic gold moments in this manga. There's a bunch of visual storytelling in the cover. Yeah, they're like kind of looking away from each other, you know. So they're not in love. They're not romantic. They're roommates after they're housemates after they get married. Okay, they sleep in separate rooms. They have their separate spaces. And it's really funny because she is a BL aficionado and he is a gay guy. So throughout the manga, she's like teaching him. she like shows him her BL collection and he's learning about BL tropes and terms. Miss Maina, do you want to share number 1 through 5? I'll pick 4. There is a moment where she lets him, you know, go where he actually goes through her manga, and he asks her this big question. This question I never thought would come out of his mouth. A gay man, asks his wife, an asexual BL fan, this very question. What is the Omegaverse? What is the Omegaverse? It's so funny. And she has this blank expression on her face, like, do I want to answer this question? Do I want to tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Not me. I don't want to tell him. I'm trying to see if I can find that. Panel. I'll post the panel on Twitter after stream if I can't find it now. But yeah, that it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of fun. And it's a start of a beautiful friendship, right? I love that so much. I think, was that the last one? I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was it. That's the last one. At least for this presentation. Let me see if I can Miss Maina, why don't you choose another number between 1 and 3? I'll pick 1. Let me turn off my screen real quick. It's a black screen in a moment. Let me see if I can open up my Annie list. And then we can go over by my feed. My manga list. Browse? Browse. We have a bit of time. I have a bit of time to go through this. This is why I'm listening to Divine Hate right now. What? It should be Divine Love for manga. Genres. Let's go down to LGBTQ plus themes. And let's go only show my manga. I tried to like, the ones I showed in the presentation are mainly like not, that mainly do not have an anime adaptation. So these are other ones that I can show. I'm kind of chubby and I'm your hero. This is a cute one. Which other one's cute? This one, Sky Blue Feeling. I read volume 1 of this one. Yuri S4. I read this one. It's cute, but I have this impending sense of doom when I read it. I don't know if anyone else has that. But if you guys have any recommendations, let me know and I'll type them in Annie list and we can look at them and browse together. I think I'll end stream around 15 minutes. So we're good until then. Don't forget me, everything about me. A Manly Appetites. This is an office BL. It's just this guy and this guy that likes to feed him. It's adorable. It's a BL about food. Another one. Crossplay Love. You can't go wrong with that. Otonari Complex, the cute one. Cherry Magic's an iconic one. This Summer with You is a good one. I Hear the Sunspot's a good one. Go for It Nakamura is getting an anime adaptation, so I'm really excited for that. Yes! My manga taste exponentially grows every time someone says they like the manga I read too. Thank you, Sugarless Beats. What's the haps now? We're just yapping about our gay manga recs. What else? Hirano and Kagira, that one's a good one. Our Dining Table, it is a very short 1-volume book, 1-volume manga, very cute. Another GL I enjoyed is Goodbye My Rose Garden, a bit historical, I think, very good. I Can't Believe I Slept With You. I can't believe I read that manga, and I did like that manga. Still Sick is a very short with only 2 volumes, but I recommend that one. I'm pretty sure I read it. The thing is, I read it a while back though. I think a couple of years ago. Makoto Shimizu is an ordinary office worker. Oh yeah, I did read this one completed. It was a while though. I think I should reread it. I should reread it sometime. At least I want to. We'll see. Because I have a lot. Let's see. I Married My Best Friend Shut My Parents Up. I read that one. I read all of these, but like the ones I can remember I'm pointing out. Boy Meets Maria. It's also a very good 1-volume manga. I would also look up trigger warnings for that manga if you do decide to read it. I'm currently reading Requiem of the Rose King, and it's a roller coaster of a manga. I read the first couple volumes of that one. Then I put it on pause. Because I told myself, hey, I'm going to give the anime a try. Did I regret giving the anime a try? Yes. Oh, man. Requiem of the Rose King. Historical manga with themes based on Shakespeare's Richard III. The animation, I'm just, what the hell is going on? I had hopes for the voice acting because the voice actor I liked is in the cast. I think he was like Edward or something. I tried so hard. I'm gonna try. I wanna go back and try read the manga, but yeah, I have it down here somewhere. Wreck Me Roasting. I did start it. I just didn't get that far. The anime made me depressed because because of the quality, the poor quality of it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance, and I regret giving it a chance. I wish something could be done about it, like a reboot or something, but a remaking of it. I don't know if that'll happen though. I doubt it'll happen. At least now. Heads up, there's gonna be an ad in about 30 seconds for 3 minutes long. I'll take a quick break and then yap some more. Please give the manga another chance. It's really good. Lots of family drama and juiciness. The art in the manga is so much better. I know. I'm rooting for Richard so hard. I really am. If you want a manga with about that's historical and features an intersex character, Requiem of the Rose King is your way to go. I haven't finished it yet, but I would trust Sugarless Sweet's taste. um, yeah, lots. I'm not gonna click on the spoiler tags, but it's a lot. Anything else? Um, Innocent. Oh my god, The Innocent is a manga that traumatized me. If you like gore, read it. I can't see anything else. This manga I started reading, but I haven't added in yet. This one. Look at this manga. Look at this manga. Open image new tab. Look at this manga. Does this not look like? Does this not look perfect? Does this manga not look amazing to you? Can I zoom in? You guys need to appreciate this manga. Oh wait, it's an ad break. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've heard good things about it from what I've seen on Twitter. Yes! Glad other people have great taste too. The art looks very unique and pretty. Yeah. I'm not. I've only finished volume one of this manga yet, so I'm not sure if it fully like constitutes as an LGBTQ plus manga. I just know that the main two characters are office workers, who also cross dress when they're off work. So the very cute Lolita is a guy, and this super beautiful, dreamy punk style person is a beautiful woman too. So this is perfect for my bi panic. Welcome back. Thank you, Sugar Sweets. We're just gonna yap a little bit more. I'm gonna set my timer, my mental timer for 10 p.m. my time. You know what? Here's them. Oop. Here's them in their work outfits. Guy on the left, girl on the right, and then the cover of the manga is them cross dressing. And they had an incident where she accidentally tore his dress when they were out and about, and she was like, "Oh my god, let me pay for your dress. I'm so sorry. I accidentally tore a rip into it. I'll take responsibility." And he's like, what if you just tagged along as I shopped for a new dress?" And they made plans, and they're hanging out off work in their cross-dressed outfits, but they don't know the other's identity. And he picks out this gorgeous dress, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's beautiful. Let me pay for it to make up for, me accidentally tearing a rip in your old one." And he's like, "No, don't worry. I you could do me another favor, but the favor is that I really want to hang out again." And I am kicking my feet, I am giggling, I'm twirling my hair, I am taking pictures of this. Mind you, I was reading this manga at the front desk at work, taking pictures and smiling, and my coworkers walking by like, "Maina, where are you, like, is something happening?" I'm like, "No." I'm like saying no in the most deadpan ways, like trying to hide my excitement. This is good shit right here. I love guys that look like girls and girls that look like guys and pretty people all around. I win. This is absolutely amazing. Yeah, but yeah, see, crossplay love. I'm rolling that up. But this perfect. Anything else? So here's the crossplay love. They're so cute in their guy forms. I love it. Real, exactly. Oh man, I just love this manga normal amount. Why not, right? Oh man. I'm trying to think if I have any other more recommendations. I said most of what it was. If you guys have any more, let me know. Let me actually go back on my account. We can go to recommendations in general instead. Which ones have I? I haven't updated this in like a month or two, so there are some that I read but aren't here. Can I last updated? Dashing Zaddy. Mpreg. What else? GL, Harem, Shoujo, BL, GL, BL, Reverse Harem, Pathetic Girl, Affectionate, BL World of Big Boobs. I have to show you the BL World of Big Boobs. Like, look at how... I didn't include this one because it's not like BL. It's more like a comedic take on BL. But, guys, Maybe getting reincarnated into a new world isn't so bad. I've talked about this one already, but this one follows the blonde guy. The blonde guy is actually the soul of another person who was isekai and reincarnated into another world. When he was about to die, the main guy was like, please, please let me, please, pray your hands, let me be transported into a world full of big boobs. But he never specified what kind of big boobs he wanted to see. So he got reincarnated into a world of big man boobs instead of big woman boobs. And now he's also the protagonist. I know. And then he ends up in this world, and guess who he accidentally bumps into? This dude with big boobs. Not only that, the dude with big boobs fell in love with him, has the biggest crush on him. And not only that, but the dude with big boobs not only has a crush on him, he's also an uke. He's also the bottom. The receiver. He's like, damn, wait, if you're the uke, then I'm the seme. Because he's so blushy and cute. He has this most adorable. He has the blushing face of a shoujo maiden. I'm just saying, the blushing face of a shoujo romance maiden. And it's so cute how every interaction gives him butterflies and all that. I just want to cheer him on. And I believe it's 3 volumes. I've only read volumes 1 and 2, so I don't know how it ends yet. But I just for the humor, the fan service, and the big boobs. I'm just saying. Respectfully. Also, there's just something about intimidating guys and the gap moe behind it. Also, guys heard squeaking. That was my chair. But yeah, very lots of BL. It's heaven for me. What can I say? I bought very endearing kind of character. Yes, look when he. Oh my gosh, when he's an intimidating delinquent, but he's also the type of guy who would bring home a stray cat he found in the rain just to protect it. Like that kind of vibe. Or when he's a delinquent, but he's the type of guy to return a library book if it's late. He has a heart of gold. Yes, I love that. It's that, and I like the opposite direction too. When the guy is put together, but he's a pathetic, sopping wet cat of a mess. I love those two. I love Gatmo in general. Or, or when they are very capable at work, very dependable. Everyone likes them, but you find out they're a yandere. Look, that's all I can say. That's the good shit right there. Waiter, more of this, please. Stop. I'm gonna be on the hunt for more recommendations now. Man. That's the good shit right there. I think. Trying to figure out. I think that's gonna be it for today. I got through all of my. What's it called? I got through all of my recommendations today, and I think I'm all done. Especially it's already 10 o'clock for me. I need to pack for my weekend trip, so I'm gonna be getting ready for that. So I wanted to thank you guys all so much for dropping by today. It was really fun getting to talk about and yap about various manga with you guys. I want to do more of these with more themes, and not just manga, but with more books too, as Akira mentioned earlier. Ooh, good luck and hope you have fun on your trip. Thank you. My trip's gonna be from Friday to Monday, so expect no weekend streams. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and that's gonna be it until next week. tomorrow's going to be Love Curse. We are starting Nixie's route. And then next week we'll be returning to like regularly scheduled streams for the most part. But that's going to be it. We are going to be rating Rika Takumi, who is doing a coffee talk and just chatting. So that looks fun. I'm going to send you guys over there right now. Thank you guys so much once again. I hope you guys have a good night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you guys. This was so much fun. Looking forward to more book-based streams in the future. Yes! I have not been reading any books recently. I am on a slump right now, but I will try to get back into it. I found some books I'm going to read, and I think that's going to help me out a lot. But yes, expect more of those. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to send you guys over right now. Bye-bye.